Yeah, D Gambit. All I know. G. All I know is real life strife. Go and get it, nigga broke. Is you kidding? All I know is ways to get it, spit it. 100, no change, spin it, fuck it, mowing range. I know no limits, insane. All I know is one thing. I gotta keep it grabbing 5 times past the next. Put stress off my chest. No.
It becomes like big business. Mm-hmm. It becomes like, how can I make the best chess move? It becomes political to the point to where it doesn't even have anything to do with the talent anymore.
Correct.
And so, first I'm asking how you feel about that. But after that, what I want to talk about is, but let me just go ahead and speak to that first before I even get into that. How do you feel about that? Because I mean, he's still doing this thing, and once I heard that sentiment, it kind of made me do the business out a little bit heavier, a little bit harder. How do you feel about that statement?
Again, biased statement. You know what I'm saying? Depending on your demographic, the place that you're in, mm-hmm. where you're trying to be at, all of those things play a factor. Right. You know what I mean? When it comes down to music, the business, the ethics of the business, you know, that's a totally different side from being an artist. And that's the problem with most artists. Most artists don't know the business. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if I got some money and I want to go to the studio, we think we put out a hot single and people say they like it, so it should blow up. It should mm-hmm. just be this. Mm-hmm. But on the business side, it don't work like that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? On the business side, somebody that is way underneath your caliber can outshine you any single day, especially nowadays because everything is social media. Everything is social media. You know what I'm saying? If you got the money to play, you can run this game. There are millions of artists out there that make $100,000 a year and never do a show.
And you never heard of them?
Never heard of them.
I was watching, and I don't even mean to cut you off, but I was watching something on. It was Joe Budden, by the way. Okay. As a matter of fact. Okay. And it wasn't Sacred Lotus. I see you. So it wasn't even the normal Joe Budden podcast thing. It was like the pull-up, right? Okay. And he had this guy on there, and I think his name is Russ. And it wasn't the Russ that I thought it was, the comedian, the white guy from mm-hmm. Britain or whatever. Mm-hmm. It was just artist, and dude had platinum plaques. You know what I'm saying? Dude had things that was gold, and he had awards.
Never seen him at an award scene, never heard of his name, nothing. And you know what? Like, that's what's crazy. You know what I'm saying? People,
where we are.
You know what I'm saying? Like, multiple streams of income is all social media networking. You know what I'm saying?
Big time.
If I could make myself have 1,000 views, 1 million views on SoundCloud. I make myself have 1 million views on YouTube. I'm in Spotify.
No, that's a whole nother conversation.
That's a whole nother conversation within itself. But at the same time, that's multiple streams of money. I get a royalty check from that from BMI. I get my sound scan, BDSs. Yeah. I get those. You know what I'm saying? So like all of that stuff comes. Right. And if you got the money to play the game, right. Because there are shady people who do it, and then there are real people who do it. You know what I'm saying? Real people.
What do you mean by that?
You know, there are shady people who do streams. You know what I'm saying? So like you got certain people that use a bot system. You know what I'm saying? The bot system means that I pay you $120, you give me 10,000 followers on that. Out of those 10,000 followers, about 55% of them are botted. And then the other half of them is people who went to surveys and pushed a button on the survey and it automatically brought you to my page. So out of that, I only got like truly 2,000 people that actually came out of that $60, $120 that I just spent with you. Now you got real people. Real people gonna charge you that real money for you. I need 10,000. I'm gonna give you 100 followers, but it's gonna take you almost 90 days for that to happen for you, because we do it as a real system. We playing your music for real people, and real people saying, I like it, I don't like it, I'm cool with it, whatever. They listening to the song and they giving you feedback off of the song. You know what I'm saying? We, as people, think, yo, if it shows that we got 10,000 followers up on our thing, that means 10,000 following people that gonna listen to our music.
And I could get
not
10,000
even close.
on top.
Right. No, it's not the way it works.
Wavy money, I see you. But so this is the question. And this that shit that got Kanye fired up. This that shit that got Kanye fired up. This is the sway moment. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna ask the same question. So people would look at us and say, well, how come you just can't do it on your own then? And what I mean is, because people have asked me this too. So that was a nice segue from what we was talking about now to what we're about to go into. Mm-hmm. If we have so many different ways that we can put our music in, because I remember trying to get my shit in FYE and Sam Goody, Sam Ash, what was it? Coconuts? That might be some Ohio shit. Did y'all have coconuts?
No, they have coconuts down here. We had it's another record company that they did vinyl.
Yeah.
Try to get it inside there for the DJ.
Remember? Hey, y'all chill out, man. We ain't that old, so don't start talking shit. But do you remember how hard it was to get your physical CD at the record store?
Absolutely.
I remember that shit.
Absolutely.
I remember winning all type of content. I was on Star Search.
Okay.
I was on Star Search when they stopped. Now y'all people think I'm bullshitting, because this is what niggas would say something like this. I was on Star Search when they stopped. Sam Goody, yeah. I was on Star Search when they stopped televising the shit.
Okay.
But Randall Mall, Cleveland, Ohio. I was on Star Search. Ed McMahon was there. Shook Ed McMahon head. Advanced to the finals. They called me on the phone. I came back, and I was trying to get on the shit. So we go in a little bit back. So I remember how hard it was to try to get every different type of look, try to get your shit in the stores and whatnot. Now I could go on 7 podcasts this week. I got a few albums that's on everywhere that everybody else shares at. Right. Spotify, iHeartRadio, blah blah blah. Mm-hmm. All the people that will give me a check for X amount of streams. Correct. Sidebar, that's a whole another fucking conversation. Yeah. How you get fractions of the penny on that. So what would you say to anybody that would hear our conversation, our gripes, if you will, and say, well, like Sway asked Kanye, well, why can't you just do it yourself? Why do we need the record companies? Why do we need YouTube? Why do we need Spotify? How come we can't come up with our own streaming service, our own, you name it? What would you say?
Because all of those things cost money. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just be real. Right. All of these dudes that's out there, artists, whatever they call themselves, what they doing, and they did not do this by themselves. Everybody that said I came up by myself did not come up by themselves. Lying, yeah. You know what I'm saying? You lying. You got some people in the background that was like, hey, listen, I believe in what you do and we're going to rock with you. Whether they wanted money or they produced money or they had whatever, that's what happened. In my situation, what is the difference between me being a Drake? I don't got the connects and I don't got the money. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If I got the money and the connects, I can sit down at the same Young Money table and say, let's do this. You know what I'm saying? Dudes, drug dealers, all kind of people, they have $500,000. They go to a record label and say, hey, I want to put my dude on. Can you sign him? I'm paying you $500,000 to put my dude on and give him a 360 deal. So you know what I'm saying? You buying into the game nowadays.
I've had people give me all type of... I've had people introduce... I've had a lot of... yeah, you're right. You do need some help. They agreeing with you. But yeah, I mean, I've had people present to me all different types of opportunities. And the shit is just like, I mean, you could move from here to there the next day. And then at the end of the conversation,
they done.
That'll be... I talked to a dude for hours one time. We talking just like we talking. He ain't gonna know. I talked to many executives about it, and they done bullshitted me. Right. And a brother just like us, and then at the end of the conversation, he brought a preacher on the phone and everything. This preacher / entertainment mogul. And they teamed up together, and by the time they get to the end of the conversation, they start talking thousands. Well, if you could just give us 1,000 today.
Right. Listen, this you want to hear the funny?
We about to turn this to positive in a minute.
We positive. This shit out. It all is positive.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, man, I done sat down with multiple people. All right. What's the difference, bro? I got 5 kids I gotta feed. So I gotta work a regular job. I gotta take care. I got a 2-job thing that I gotta work. So no matter how hot my music is, I can't go invest $2,000, $3,000 behind my music like somebody else would that has no kids and only stay at home with mom dukes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I got a car bill, I got a house bill, and people call that complaining, but that's not complaining. That just means that I'm bringing you to a real life. No matter how much success I have, radio play, all that crap, in the end of the day, that took time. That took me being in people, aggravating the shit out of people.
Money too,
yeah, aggravating the shit out of people. Spending my last $50 here, putting our lights in jeopardy because I'm like taking gambles for $100 over here, taking $250 out of the rent money to run over here.
What would make that type of sacrifice worth it?
What would make it worth it? Is to make it be successful. I don't care about money. See, this is the thing. This is the difference between other people and myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not chasing money. I'm chasing success.
You're already on top.
I'm chasing success.
You're already winning.
You know what I'm saying? Because if I chase success, I can never fail as long as I keep going.
Right.
If I'm chasing money, you know what I'm saying? Like, I keep seeing that money get further away from me. So I keep running harder.
And then plus, even if you did get the money, it's so hard. It's so easy to lose the money. If you was a football player right now, where we at now, we not like in our early 20s and shit like that. If you were a football player, a basketball player, we're already over.
Right.
So I kind of feel bad for the people that are chasing the money because you can get the money and the superstardom and fall off.
Right. Look,
you know what I'm saying?
You want to hear the craziest thing? Everything in life repeats itself. It's in the same cycle. Okay, it's in the same cycle. An NBA player, he gets signed. Hey, we're gonna give you $23,000 because he worked his behind off. He went 5-6 years. He was dope in college, whatever. But once he gets into the league, they shelf him. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't the best in the league, we shelfing you. So there's a list of 15 basketball players on the team. Out of that team, only 5 of those basketball players actually really get the real money. Yeah. The rest of them is hoping to get that opportunity if one falls down. So now I can be in your place. And guess what? They don't even live off of the money that they get off of the industry. They live off of endorsements. Yeah. They live off of sponsorships. That's what they live off of. So if they don't get no endorsements, they don't get no sponsorships, they don't go nowhere. What makes you think being a hip hop artist would be anything different than that? That's why Jay-Z and all of them was big, because in the end of the day, they had Jordan. Hey, I'm gonna give you a couple extra dollars to rock my stuff. Make me a sample for this. Gatorade, come in here. 50 Cent, vitamin water. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of these people pay endorsement money to these people so they can live. Because these niggas was broke. You understand what I'm saying? They just got smart enough to take that endorsement money and have somebody reinvest that endorsement money into something else that made them bigger. You know what I'm saying? So, who am I? I'm a hip-hop artist, bro. I'm a hip-hop artist that love music. I don't care about the money part, but do I need money to survive? Hell yeah, absolutely. Who wouldn't? I need money so I can do the things that I need to do. But how do I get that money? I get that money by somebody saying, yo, I love what you're doing. I got bigger pockets. Come sit down with me. You know what I'm saying? And that person saying, okay, I'm going to take that and we're going to make this big. You know what I'm saying? And they rock with you. They rock with you from the dirt. Yeah. It's going to be some bullshit that's going to come along the way. He going to lose some money here and there. But overall, the whole game is to get here. Right. So if I could find that one dude, $50,000, he got 50. I don't care about, I would take losing my royalties because I don't care about that. I just want to be successful. Let me get on my stage. Let me rock my people. Let me make my show money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because in the end of the day, the more shows I do, the more money I make, and that's what I want to do. I want to be on them shows.
That's my favorite part. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a lot of people that pay attention to the music, a lot of people that rock with the show. You know what I mean? Like I even got to the point where I was like, I'm gonna start showing people the numbers because the shit that we talk about on the show, like the stuff that we talking about right now, people don't really go into those waters.
Correct.
And so when people hear this type of conversation, when people come on the show and we have these type of conversations, like people love that shit, but people who think like us, talking about the stuff that we talking about now, don't believe that a lot of other people also do.
Right.
Because of what we're talking about now, with the climate of the game, with the pay for play type of thing,
correct,
with the help type of thing.
Right.
So, one of the things that I like to always talk about and bring to the forefront is, how do we harness that? How do I take this, D Gambit Radio, Why Bless, Gen TV, Global Thugs, you know what I mean? I can go on and on and on. How do we take that and build our own outside of that shit? If that's what you want to do, and I don't mean you, I mean anybody that's listening.
Right.
Anybody that's trying to do what we're trying to do, how do we build that outside of, and this question goes for not just if you're trying to be an entertainer, this is for the average person that's out there going to work every day. I don't care if you want to sell cookies, you know what I mean, or if you want to, whatever it is that you want to do. Yeah. You want to become independent. You might not want to work for somebody else.
Right.
How do we get there? How do we get from where we are now to there? How do we build? Because somebody built everything that's out here. Somebody built these large companies. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it came from somewhere. Now I'm not talking about Junior and the ones that got like the generational wealth and they got it from their dad and shit like that. I'm talking about the ones that built it from the bottom. How do we begin to do that? Because you got to keep in mind when he's talking about our kids, they might have to take the baton. And we might not even see half of the success. We might see a big part of the success, but we might not see the major success like a Ralph Lauren